So I went to Phantom Fireworks in the off season and got this. Now, it may not look like much, and I really don't usually buy stuff from Phantom Fireworks just because of how expensive it is. This thing had a retail price of $80, but the entire store was 60% off. Now, with that deal, you don't get the buy one, get one free. That's okay though. I'd rather pay less for an individual item than get two and be stuck with something that I'm never going to use twice. Now, if any of you guys want to go to the store that I went to pick this up, it's 6 miles south of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I can put the location here on screen. Now, like I said, this had a retail price of $80, and usually you get the buy one, get one free, so you're technically only paying $40 for one of these, but you're forced to get two. So you pay $80, you end up paying for both in the end. However, with the 60% off, this came out to be $32, and I think there was a little bit of tax on there as well. But this is an assortment that I used when I was a kid, so it was the nostalgia that made me want to buy this. And I couldn't refuse the $5 per single shot here, because if you take $32 divided by 6, it comes out to be about $5 a piece. Couldn't beat it. I just had to pick this up, especially since I'm a fan of NOABs. You've got these single shot floral shells that act like NOABs, but in a single shot version. And when I was a kid, I got that thunderstorm shell, and I really liked how it performed. So hopefully over the years, they still perform the same. And I can never remember if I mentioned this or not, but this was the number 5 floral power assortment. You get 6 pieces in there. So anyway, let's get this thing opened up and take a look at these. So I'm really nervous because it's very light. That could also be a good sign. That might mean that this is a true ball shell in here. I'm really hoping that it is, because it looks like a 2-inch diameter, so that would be a real nice symmetrical break coming out of this thing. But like I said, it is light. That's kind of concerning, but it might be a good sign too. And then the only other thing, if you shake it around, you can definitely hear a shell down there. I am really tempted to cut this thing open and see if that's a real ball shell in there, but we're just going to find out, because if I cut it open, that's going to be one less shell that we get to fire, and we want to enjoy all of these things because it's going to be like a blast from the past for me. So anyway, this is what the brocade to green shell looks like, and then this was the blue to silver wave. Then we got the red crackling shell right here, I think. Now, when it says red crackling, I don't know if it's actually going to be red, like when it crackles. I can't remember. I know I had this when I was a kid. I'm just going to smell it again. These actually smell really good, like fresh out of the factory. Green static shell. That's kind of interesting. So probably a green peony. We've got thunderstorm shell, and this is one of the ones that I had when I was a kid. I actually still have the label in my closet, so I might pull that out and get a picture of it and show it to you guys. But this is loud crackles with golden tail. Definitely one of the cooler shells in the kit. And we're going to smell that one. And last but not least, we have the crackling peony shell. So on the back it says crackling peony shell with silver tail. We're going to shoot off all 6 of these bad boys, line them up outside, and enjoy them one at a time. All right, guys, moment of truth on these single shot tubes by Phantom Fireworks. Are they going to break like real 2-inch shells, or are they going to break like cans? There's only one way to find out. All right, let's go ahead and start with the number 5 green static shell with green tail. I might need to shoot these in wide angle, I'm not sure yet. All right, so they are real ball shells, which is good, but they're not as loud as I'd like them to be. All right, so there was no green tail on that last one, but this one here is the number 5 blue and silver wave. Let's see it in action. Wow. That thing broke like a NOAB. All right, so these things are breaking so big, we're gonna have to shoot them in wide angle. This next one here is number 5 crackling peony shell. There was a really big delay on that. Next one up is the number 5 brocade to green shell. Wow. Okay, they are really loud. This one here is probably the most interesting one we have tonight. This is the red crackling shell. And I'm kind of curious, is the crackle going to be red like on the photo, or is it going to be something else? Red crackle. Don't know if I've ever seen this before. Oh, that's cool. So it's like a red peony with a crackling center. And I'd like to think we saved the best for last. This is a childhood favorite of mine, the Thunderstorm Shell. I think it's a giant crackling mine up to a break, but they might have changed it over the years. Here goes our grand finale. Nice, definitely the highest shell of the night. No crackling mine though, so maybe I'm remembering that one wrong. Well guys, for me, these single shots were like a blast from the past, pun intended, and we'll see you next time.